Now, while we've got you here, you've obviously got Johnny Garton on next week's bill, fighting in a big fight for the vacant British title against Gary Corcoran. First of all, what do you make of that fight?
I think it's a fantastic fight. I've got a huge respect for Gary Corcoran. He's been in my gym 100 times, sparring Brad and John. For Johnny Garton, for me, I've had a lot of champions, but he is my most proudest person. When he started, I didn't want him. I refused him. He come to the gym time and time again. Sam Webb was the British champion. Gary Corcoran was the finishing champion, and we had some stars coming through. But he kept on persistent. I didn't think he'd get to Southern Area level, and he's proved everyone wrong. So next week is a great fight. I think the fight is won in the corner. He's got a good team with Frankie Greaves, who used to be in our stable as a cutsman. So he's maybe had an advantage there, but it's whoever takes the most knowledge in that corner and listens as a fighter will win that fight. It's a great fight. We're the underdog, and I think Gary deserves to be the favourite from being in a world title fight. He's tough and rough, but anything can happen. And it's not a million miles away, but Johnny Garton will be a light next week, and it'll be a great fight. Two kids that can't fail to excite the crowd.
Bradley Skeete comes back on that show as well. He, of course, gave up the British title for Johnny Garton to fight Gary Corcoran for it. What was behind that decision? Because obviously you're all part of the same team.
We paid him. No, not really. No, he'd won it outright. You know, if he went into this fight, it'd have been his 6th time at British title. You know, the ball didn't give him. I don't think that Gary would have beat him. It would have been a hard fight. You know, I rate Gary. But Brad's got nothing to gain from that. He wants to move on, and if he can't move to the next level, he needs to know himself. So we're going to have a warm-up fight, an Intercontinental, and then straight back in the big mix. And for Brad, his goal was to win that. He's done that. He needs to move on. He wouldn't have been as hungry as he would when he first boxed against Sam Egerton and people like that.
And Johnny, of course, had been waiting quite a long time in and around that level.
Yeah, I mean, he'd been waiting 2.5 years. And, you know, it's a constant. It's not just for Johnny Garton and for Gary Corcoran. You should also let other people fight for it. There's no point hanging on to it. You know, it's an industry, it's a sport, and they all want to fight for the British title. So nothing personal against it, but Brad should have moved on, and it was a good decision, we think, from our team.
Brilliant. Well, thank you both for your time, and best of luck next week.